Hey guys, what's up? Alright, today I've got a couple little goodies here. I'm still waiting for something else to come in the mail, but it hasn't come yet, and I'm kind of tired of waiting for it, so when it gets here we'll just do a separate video for that. So today we are going to be trying out the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Silk Milk Nourishing Foundation. I have the color light medium, but I swatched this yesterday on my hand and it looks like it's going to be really dark. I've been seeing this all over TikTok everywhere, and I figured, hey, let's give it a try. I think it was like $6 or something like that. I ended up getting it at Walmart, I believe. Literally, it's pretty much sold out everywhere. So this is the color that I had to get. It'd probably be good in the summer when I'm a little more, just a little more tan up here from my t-shirt line. Let's read the claims here. So it's vegan and formulated without talc, parabens, and a bunch of other things, sulfates, no fragrance. It says it's supposed to blur imperfections, even out skin tone, sheer beautiful, well, you will be beautiful, you are beautiful, sheer buildable coverage, instant and all-day hydration. So to go with that, because I like to use primers that go with the products, this way there's no issues with pilling and not working right and stuff like that, because I'm definitely a primer girl. I have very large pores. I have some breakouts here from a silicone primer that I was wearing the other day. My face doesn't like silicone that much, so it makes me break out because it clogs your pores. So I got the CoverGirl True Blend Base Business Skin Primer. So I got the primer to go with it. I did not get the concealer. Totally slipped my mind. So sorry about that. So this says that it is a primer and moisturizer in one, which is definitely something that I love. I love it when they're moisturizer and primer. It hydrates the skin and delivers all-day moisture. And that's pretty much all it says. There's no claims about how long this will last for. I didn't see any. Could be on the website, but you never know. We've got some of the new Milani Soft Matte Lipsticks. I've got it in the color 410 Pleasure. So it just looks like this. It's very nude. Typical nude, which was pretty much the only color they had left, because again, that thing is viral on TikTok, so trying to get your hands on it right now is like practically impossible. And then, so we're going to get into prepping the face. We're not going to do a bunch with the eyes and stuff because I'm not going anywhere today. To go in, I'm just still going to prime my eyes. I think I'm just going to dust some of my bronzer across my eyes, you know, because this is going to be all about the foundation today and not about an eye look or anything like that. But I don't want to look sickly all day either, so, and I love good eyes. So I'm just using the Urban Decay Primer Potion, just an OG. You know, I use other things too, but I constantly go back to this one for some reason. It's just one of my favorites. And make sure I get that all in. Now we're going to go in with the CoverGirl primer. And since this is a moisturizing one, oh, very, very liquidy. Just like a moisturizer. Nice. I love that. We're just going to put this all over the face because my dry skin loves hydration. So if this is going to keep me hydrated and not dry and patchy and flaky, yes, ma'am. I like to get up under the eyes as best I can because I do have wrinkles and stuff under there. And the only other thing I have on my skin before this is just my skincare and my SPF. Make sure to get around the nose. Feels very much like a sunscreen almost. It looks very watery, but it feels a little thick on the skin when you first start putting it on, but then as you start rubbing it in, it kind of soaks in a little bit. It does have a slight scent to it, but it's not overwhelming. Like, I don't smell it unless I'm doing that. So it does have a slight fragrance to it. It kind of almost reminds me of a sunscreen smell. It doesn't say that it has any SPF in it, but it kind of smells like it. This one is infused with coconut milk and aloe extract. And it is a dewy finish. So I think what I'm going to do is one side with a brush and one side with the sponge. And let's just see how it works out. Oh, I squeezed out way too much. Oh, Nelly. So it is watery. It's not very stiff like a CC cream. Usually those are much firmer. So let's grab my brush. So I'm going to do this side of my face with the brush. I'm just going to start where I have the most pinkness, my cheeks and my nose. And we're just going to stipple this in. You know what? I might not even go in with concealer. I think I'm just going to take this right up under my eyes. Okay, first impressions, it is definitely not giving a ton of coverage. It's very light. It doesn't have any scent, which is good because this poor mama has been suffering from a migraine for a week now. And nothing is helping it. It is a little bit, it's, you know what? Actually, the color is not that bad. Or I'm just really blind. Because on my hand, I mean, look at how dark that looks. But look at on my face. It doesn't look dark like that at all. So, okay, I'm not mad at the color. It's definitely sheer. I don't feel like it's heavy. Honestly, it doesn't feel like I really have anything on my face. Okay, so this is the side with the brush. I mean, it definitely cancels out a little bit of the redness that I have right here versus over here still. The test will be if it covers this bad boy that I've had all week. So I'm just gonna dot some on my face for my sponge. And we're gonna go in, it's just the Haley's Beauty Blender sponge, damp, not wet, like not soaking wet. I'm just gonna dip that into the back of what's left on my hand. This way it doesn't soak up what I already have on my face. And just start pouncing that in. Yeah, I'm very, unless this is going to oxidize a little bit, actually the color is not bad at all. And piece of cat hair on my face, lovely. So this is the side with the sponge. Honestly, looking at it, I don't really see a difference between the sponge or the brush. Do you guys see a difference? I mean, it kind of looks like the same to me. I would definitely say this is light to medium. It did cover up a little bit of the redness from my blemish here, but not all the way. That is definitely still poking through. But, I mean, it's not bad. Let's see if we can build it up, though. I mean, I'm not typically a full coverage kind of gal, but let's see if it's buildable. So I'm just going to dot this all over my whole face. Mostly, you know, towards the middle, and then I like to blend out. I'm just going to use my sponge this time. See if this builds up any. I'm just going to go right across the eyes too. So we're not going to do anything fancy with the eyeballs today. Okay. Now, I have very dry lips all the time, and they get really dry in the corners here, so it definitely gets a little not nice looking there a lot, so I have to be careful there. But other than that, I'd say it did build the color up a little bit more. But it's still not giving me, it's still giving me light to medium coverage. You can see I still have some redness poking through. I don't know if you guys can tell, but down here on my, like, what is that, jawline, like right here, I have a freckle, a dark freckle. That's definitely still popping through. And then, you know, I have a lot of freckles like right under my eyes here. I kind of covered those up pretty good. Not that I mind my freckles. I don't mind my freckles at all. But it definitely built up some. So you can build it up. I would just err on the caution of how much you build it up, because it is very dewy, and especially someone with more mature skin, it's going to want to probably settle in all your fine lines and your wrinkles and your creases and everything like that, probably a lot more, but not bad. I would say this would be perfect for like a no makeup day, if you ask me. That's just my opinion though, but I think that would be perfect for a no makeup day. What I'm going to grab is a setting powder. I'm just, you know, I wasn't prepared when I placed the order. I just wanted to try and get my hands on that product. So I'm just going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me loose setting powder. And I'm just going to set my face. If I can find myself a brush that I like. What is this? This is a Duo Fiber brush from Half Caked. Let's see how this works. I don't typically set a lot because I have dry skin, but a lot of people do, so. And it's actually going to be pretty nice out today. Again, cat hair everywhere. So we might be able to put this to a heat test too and see if it lasts warm outside too, or if this is going to just melt right off my face. I can tend to get a little sweaty when it's hot outside. I'm just doing a light dusting, nothing heavy. Just going over, making sure there's no powder sitting on my face. I'm going to take my sponge and I'm just going to go back over it real quick and make sure I don't have any powder left sitting on my face, and make sure I press that in really good. This will help any cakiness looking that you could possibly get, especially if you have really dry skin. But I think this will be great for dry skin, since the primer is very moisturizing. You definitely can feel that. And this does not feel heavy or anything on the face. So, like I said, I think this would be beautiful for like a no makeup day. Okay. So the base is all set. This is what it looks like so far. Not bad at all. Definitely see like my texture and everything. Obviously nothing can cover that up or anything because I do have texture down here. But other than that, I mean, actually looks really nice so far. Now we are going to try the lipstick. People are raving about this so much, and I am just in awe at how beautiful this is. It even has like a soft matte finish look to the outside of it. I have not tried this, so I don't know how creamy or drying it's going to be, but this is the color. So I am going to take this Kylie lip liner. I've really been liking this because it's nice and creamy and it glides onto my lips really easily. So I'm going to take the Kylie lip pencil, and I believe this is the color Cocoa K. It looks like it's going to match that perfectly. So I'm just going to line my lips. See, it just glides on so smooth. I was not expecting to like that at all. And then what I do is I take my finger and I just kind of blend it into my lips a little bit when I'm wearing a lipstick, because I don't want a super harsh line there. Oh my gosh, I'm already sweating right here. I sweat here the most. So I hope that doesn't mess anything up. It's hot in front of this light, and all it is a little ring light. Now I know why these girls are always complaining it's hot. Because it's hot in front of a light that's like blaring at you, so. Okay. It is very creamy going on. Definitely very creamy. Can't tell if it has a scent or not. I don't smell anything. So it doesn't really have a scent. It is probably, okay, I'm gonna say mature lips, dry lips, especially mine, you can see. This is going to definitely emphasize that, which looks like it really has for me. I mean, obviously, you younger gals are gonna probably love this. It's not bad, it's still nice and creamy, but what I'm gonna do, because I am a gloss girl too, and right now I'm totally hooked on the Ofra Madison Miller Lip Gloss Smiley for Riley. And I think this is going to be like my perfect nude combination too. So let's see. Oh yeah. Yes, ma'am. Oh, that is stunning. Goes perfect with that lip gloss. Okay, let me finish up real quick, and I will be right back, and I will give you my thoughts on the product before we go through the wear test today, okay? Okay guys, I thought I'd bring you outside in natural light to show you the foundation better. Although there's not much light, it's pretty cloudy out today right now. Hopefully the sun will come out soon, but this is as close as it's going to get to some natural light. So this is how the foundation looks so far. It looks beautiful, at least in the camera it does. But even in real life, it just looks amazing. And oh my gosh, I totally forgot to clean off the mascara I got all over my eyelids. So forget that part. Don't look at that. But it still looks great. This is what it looks like outside in natural light. So yeah. Again, I will check back with you guys in a little bit, and we'll see how it's wearing later. So okay, that's it for now. Bye. Okay, all finished now. So the face is all done. I'm going to give you my first thoughts on these. So this so far looks great, feels great. It definitely did not like emphasize my pores or anything like that. If anything, it feels like my pores look a little less visible, but that could just be me. But so far, so good. It looks pretty nice. The lipstick, I know why everybody is raving about this. It is nice and it is creamy. I just got a lot of chores and stuff to do around the house today and get ready for my daughter's birthday party next weekend. So I will give you guys a check-in in a couple hours. Where is my phone? Let's see what time it is. It is 10:18 right now. So I've had this on for about 10-15 minutes now. I mean, right now it looks great. It really does look great. It's almost skin-like, like definitely like a no makeup kind of day. I don't feel like I have anything sitting on my face. And hopefully it stays like that for the rest of the day. Even powdering, which is something I don't typically do, especially if I'm going in with like a powder, bronzer, or blush or something like that. Because I do have dry skin, I don't typically powder my whole face. But I know a lot of people do, especially people that have oily skin. So we're just putting it to the full test, you know. I can test it out other different ways if you want to see how it would wear if I didn't use a primer or if I didn't use a setting powder or anything like that, like if you have really dry skin like me. But I'm so far, I'm quite impressed with this. I mean, we all know CoverGirl. She's been around forever, and so far so good. I'm pleasantly surprised. So I will check back in with you guys in a few hours, and we'll see how it is getting along then. So until then, I will see you guys maybe around, I don't know, 3 or 4 o'clock. So we'll see what happens. Hi guys, check-in number 1. It is 4 o'clock, 3:59. So we've had this on for a little while. Now I am going to tell you, it looks like it oxidized a little bit, because now I can definitely see the difference between my neck and my chin right here. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but I can see it sitting here. So it's definitely oxidized some, like you have a line right around here. where the color has changed a little bit, and there's a little spot right here where it's missing, but that's because I was laying on the couch and my eyes always water. So it's not the fault of the foundation itself, it's the fault of my eyeballs. But everywhere else, I mean, it's not caking up, like around my nose. And it still looks really good. I can feel that some of my oils are trying to come through a little bit. So I would say if you're an oily person, you definitely have to powder, because I can feel, and I'm a dry person, but my oils still want to come out, and I can feel them coming through on my face, and it just kind of has a little bit of that shine down here. Not so much my forehead as it does right around here. So it's kind of, for me, having dry skin, it's kind of giving me a little bit of that luminous glow. Because I'm not super oily, but I would definitely say if you're a really oily person, you are definitely going to have to powder this so far. I have not touched this up. I haven't touched it. I even fell asleep and took a nap. And I would say that this still looks amazing. Minus the little spot by my eye right here, which you guys might not even be able to see. It's just like a little line here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's where my eye was watering when I laid down on the couch. And I ended up waking up about 10 minutes ago. But that's just where, I mean, it doesn't claim to be waterproof or anything anyway, so, you know, it's doing exactly what it says it's supposed to do. I mean, it's not, it doesn't look powdery, it doesn't look cakey anywhere. The only thing I did was put some more lipstick and stuff on. That's it. I haven't done anything else to it yet. This is the first time I even looked in the mirror was when I sat down to film this, so that I can see what it looked like too, because I don't have any mirrors anywhere else in my house besides in my bedroom and my bathroom, so it's not like I'm constantly walking past one, and I don't typically go in the bathroom to check my makeup all the time unless I'm going to try and go somewhere. So maybe around 8 o'clock, between 7 and 8, we'll do one more check-in and see how good it's doing. Not be able to tell. Final check-in. It is 7:40. I don't know if you guys can tell. 7:40. So it's almost 8 o'clock. So we've had this on for almost 10 hours now. As you can tell, it still looks really good. I don't see, it hasn't caked up around my nose anywhere. Actually hasn't caked up on my face anywhere, which usually I always get cakiness right here. But I got nothing. Right here has worn off a little bit, but I do this a lot, so constantly putting my hands on my face has made it wear off a little. I don't know if you can tell on the camera. I can see it in the mirror though. But other than that, it has held up really, really good. Well, I guess I shouldn't say I'm surprised. I mean, CoverGirl has been a household name for how many years? So I'm not surprised that it held up very good. But I actually really do like it. I was downstairs helping my husband hook up the new washer and move the old washer and everything like that. So I did get kind of sweaty. I always get very sweaty right here on my face. But surprisingly, it did not take off the foundation or anything, but I didn't like pat my face dry or anything like that. I can just let it dry on its own, really. But I mean, I'm looking in the mirror and I think it still looks fabulous. You wouldn't even know I got sweaty, even though it's not waterproof. I think if I had wiped my face, then it would have wiped the product off, just like on the sides of my jaw here where I'm constantly resting my hands. Ended up removing some of the product, you know, to a point where maybe I would have to do a little touch-up or something like that if I was going somewhere and wanted to make sure my makeup looked, you know, flawless all the way through. But other than that, it held up pretty good, so I'm very shocked. Now, I don't know if it's because I used both of them together, but I am a primer gal because I am a little bit older and I do have, you know, some texture mostly down here by my mouth, and you know, I do have fine lines and wrinkles. I'd say if you're younger, you know, this is absolutely fabulous. Even if you don't use this, it's probably going to be fabulous if you've got, like, you know, naturally beautiful, perfect skin, which then again, you probably wouldn't even need any foundation or anything. But unfortunately, I wasn't blessed with that. But, you know, for being 43 and, you know, I think that it actually looks great still. I'm definitely going to keep using this. I don't even care if the color oxidized a little bit. Very, very, very pleased with this product. I definitely would recommend it. At least, you know, give it a try. You get 1 fluid ounce, so for $6 for a whole fluid ounce, I mean, that's super, super cheap. You know, there are many other foundations that I have here that you get, you know, 1 ounce with that are much more expensive that hold up just as good as this does. So, I mean, obviously, with the new Milani lipstick, I mean, this is not something that lasts all day. You definitely have to keep reapplying it. I reapplied it when I first put it on this morning, and then when I did my second check-in, but I'm not going to reapply it now because there's really no point. I'm just going to turn around and wash it off anyway. But, I mean, I still have a little hint of color on my lips from it. You know, and I've eaten dinner and stuff like that now. I don't know if that's more or less due to my lip liner and not really the lipstick, but I get the hype over these two things from, you know, TikTok and everything on why they're so good, because they actually are really good, and I'm very picky. I'm not super, super easy to please all the time, so that's just my honest opinion. I think this is great, and I think the two of them together just pair very well. So I love this. This is definitely going in the regular use thing, especially for how much they were. So very, 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 very happy with those. If you guys have tried the primer, the foundation, or even any of the Milani's, the new matte finish ones, let me know what you guys have tried, and, you know, especially like any other colors of the lipstick that you want to see. I can try and see when they come back in stock if you want to see a different color or something like that. Right now that was the only one I can get, so I guess beggars can't be choosers, you know. Maybe I didn't find out about it fast enough. But I really did like it. I like the color. It's just with more mature skin, you know, we have developed more fine lines and wrinkles around our mouths and stuff. And especially if you have drier lips, like mine are kind of dry because it's getting really cold here in New York. And I tend to get more dry and chapped throughout the winter here. So you definitely would have to pair this with some gloss or something like that to help with that, because it is creamy, but it's very matte too. So it emphasizes any of that texture that you have on your lips way more. but I feel like when I put a gloss on it and kind of smooth it out a little bit, it doesn't do that anymore. If you're young, I don't think you would have to put a gloss on at all because you still have perfectly beautiful, healthy, line, wrinkle-free lips. So you're really lucky still. But one day you'll be my age and then you'll be going through the same things. So I'm sorry that you have to do that, but I'm not sorry because I have to do it. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. And thank you so much for spending the time with me. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's free. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like the video. And you can see some more of my beautiful mug. And yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys thought. And if you want me to try anything else or whatever it is you guys want to see, let me know. But that's it for me. I really liked them and I think they're great. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.